I'm moving different. Versus...
Seems it's my turn. A miserable little pile of secrets. Talk. How about you?
Kino. This is Castlevania's Dracula by Obtunital. This has been in the works for like 5 months. Let's get this over with. Is it worth the wait? I don't know. So extra pressure's on you, Obtu. Okay, I'm loving the red effects as he travels around. Kind of reminds me of Mementos, except more vampiric. Okay, I like that he transforms into a bat when he jumps, but that sound... I can imagine that getting annoying. Okay, good, he doesn't... he doesn't Zelda CDI transform magic sound effect every time he falls off of a platform at the very least, but every time he jumps, that's gonna be irritating. No vanishing into mist or anything, just moving shield animation. And his crouch is not very much of a crouch. He just takes a good swig. I guess that's important in the middle of a match. I like how the air dodge does use the bat, though. That's some nice consistency. And his run. Okay, that makes sense. Glide around. Okay, it's a little buggy. But it's a ledge grab. We cut corners with those, that's fine. Alright, let's look at his jab. I like it, but it's just so smug. One little hand comes out, the head tilt. It looks good. I like it. Oh, that's nice. Partial transformation for Esto. That's good. Nice reference. It's a little slow to come out, but I kind of like that. Well animated. Oh, that's good. That looks fantastic. I feel like that should deal cutting damage, though. The hit sounds are very brutal. Very much blunt force trauma. But I think it should be cutting sounds. Still, it looks fantastic. And I like how he has different voice clips for it. Down tilt. Oh, that's why. Oh, beautiful edgeguard game. So that's why this little slope is here, huh? Sakurai is just planning ahead in the event that this would happen. Now I know we've had our disagreements. Alright, let's look at the dash attack. In comparison, it's very normal, but I kind of like that. It's very functional. Alright. The effect is a little strange, especially in comparison to the others. It's very sprited, which I like, but it looks like it's supposed to follow along the ground. But it's not. It very clearly is not following along the ground. That being said, it's not terrible. I like the idea, though. It's very fun. And I like the way it stretches out and has multiple hitboxes before finally launching. Down smash. Okay. The monstrous warp of the face looks nice. I like the use of impact effects on the ground. It hits high, too. Which is surprisingly not that uncommon for down smashes, especially in this game. But it still looks really good. I like it. Just gotta pull out your emergency rod. That fire effect looks a lot nicer, even though it is also a sprited fire effect. Simply because it does come from the ground, it has a nice little impact effect as it pops up. I like it. Okay, they're bat moves. I guess that makes complete sense. It does mean he doesn't have a lot of range in the air, though. I kind of like that, because Dracula's more about being on the ground, right? Whenever he is in the air, he's like a giant bat, so I guess it makes sense. Okay, I like that lift in the up air. Good freeze frame for when it hits too, I like that. Maybe that's a way for it to differentiate whenever you're using the attack. It's a very small sprite. So what, it's a little bite? It's a claw slash? I can't really tell. The sprite is too small for me to know. But I do like that he used different effects on the small sprites so that we can better differentiate. Especially in the air. stalling fall, huh? Well, it suits him. He wants to be on the ground more than anything. Okay, his aerials are cool, but I think definitely the highlight is his grounded attacks. I feel like that shouldn't be spammable.
Konnichiwa, you little jit.
Okay, before we get into specials, let's look at the taunts. Huh?
I'm sick in the head.
I don't understand. That's definitely a weak point. I don't understand what he's doing there. Is it meant to be like his hand is on his hip and he's revealing his cape to show it because he's just that cocky? Now, it would work if you could hold it, but as you can see, you can't hold it. Holding down taunt just loops that. I'd say that's the weakest point of the character so far. There's a lot of polish and everything, except this. Like, this is a better taunt, and this is just him crouching, and it gets the same point across. I definitely patch that. That's strange. Well, it's a good thing we didn't do taunt last, so let's go into specials. Okay. The classic little fires. I like how they explode. It's very nice. If I hold it, do I get... No, it's still just these. Okay. Oh, I like that, though. In the air, because he's just a bat, he fires one of them into rapid fire. I like that a lot. That's nice and inventive. It's a good use of his air-to-ground gimmick. Ah, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. I knew he'd have it at some point, but... still wasn't sure where it would show up. But I guess it makes sense if he's a projectile-heavy character. Projectile-heavy. Projectile-heavy.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Obviously, this would be up special. It's his signature teleport. It looks very good. It suits him nicely with his playstyle. I like it. I think I remember helping him with this. He consulted me on making something like this. It turned out really good. I like it. I like how the voice cuts out. It keeps it from saying playtime over and having them overlap each other. It sounds a little goofy, but it's the best way to do it. I like that a lot. That's very nice. And of course, you can't use them in the air. That makes sense. Though, actually... Oh, you can't use side special in the air either. I was hoping there would be a bat variation for every single special, but I guess that makes sense. What about the... There is an aerial version of the teleport. That kind of reminds me of Alucard's up special in the Smash Ultimate mods. That's really cool. Doesn't go downwards though, it only goes upwards. I think it turned out really nice. I like that a lot. Alright, with specials out of the way, let's look at the grabs. Very gory. Suits him though. So he's just tossing them. Move forward and up throw. Back throw 2. I mean, it's literally called a throw, so I guess I can't complain too much. I remember him consulting me about a draining move, though. I guess that didn't work out. Still, I think it looks good. It came out well. So yes, even though I did not play as this character, I was consulted on certain moves for programming. I don't know the grand majority of the moveset though, and as you can clearly tell, at least one move was something that did not make the cut. So this is still very much a blind playthrough. I think he turned out really well. Well, let's look at the one thing I do know about, which is that final smash. I've heard reports that it goes on for longer than necessary. That may be a glitch.
They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him. We smoking symbiote. I'm moving like French Montana. Huh?
This is meant to be something similar to how the Giga Bowser works. That I noticed he is stuck in one place though. Before he was meant to move around a bit more. I think that lasts a good amount of time. Since it is so temporary, not having much control is not a terrible thing. But I think having the ability to move up or down would definitely help with this character. it's still a very powerful final smash. And also a very cool reference. So I enjoy it. So again, I really like this character. I think the only black spot on its reputation would probably be that taunt. There's no sound, nothing, and it barely lasts. I don't know what it's supposed to be conveying, but personally I'd make it so that if you hold taunt, that last frame loops. It's not too hard. If taunt, then timer's set to any time before the loop. And then now you have a looping animation. But yeah, I really like this character. I think he turned out really well. Strangely, I think my favorite part of his entire moveset is that up tilt. Like, the rest of it looks fantastic, but I've always been a sucker for manipulating parts of cloth or something, like a buzzsaw. I also really like the aerial dynamic with the bat. I would personally maybe add some new moves to side special and down special to really take advantage of the fact that this character has a bat form. It's integrated naturally into his gameplay, just by jumping around and being in the air. Yeah, I could see it getting irritating every time you jump, and you have to listen to... But I guess that's their problem to deal with. Overall, I really like him. Good job, Obtu. It was worth the wait for me. He's going to be a mainstay in my roster. I would maybe just make the final smash move up and down by pressing up and down, and change up that taunt, and add some new aerial side special and down special. Good job.
I have seen the Magna Carta. I have seen the Eye of Horror. I was flipping bricks for Mansa Musa before y'all even became a Type 1 civilization. Step the wrong way and you will perish.